What's up, guys? Jordan here from Show Me Vegas. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another buffet video. Right behind me is the Ace Buffet here at the Palms. This was the first buffet I ever featured on the channel right after this hotel reopened back in, I believe, 2022. I didn't know exactly what I was doing at the time. Maybe I still don't, but let's go see what there is to eat here on prime rib and snow crab night at the Palms. And I'm not going to be eating alone tonight. This is Las Vegas advisor George. You've seen him on a couple videos before. He's going to join us for dinner. All right, we are in and seated here at the Ace Buffet at the Palms, and let's do a little housekeeping. Let's talk about cost. This is Friday night. It's prime rib and snow crab night, so it's $52.99. But I'm going to tell you how you can get this buffet for half price. It's with this little guy right here. This is the Las Vegas Advisor coupon book. I talked about this in the past on the channel. If you are a platinum member of the Las Vegas Advisor, you get one of these and you also get some printable coupons. This one is actually online. You have to print it before you come down. It's good for buy one, get one at this buffet, brunch, dinner, even lobster night, or if you're solo, you can just get half off. So that's a pretty great deal. This buffet right here pays for the cost of this book, and if you use my affiliate link that's in the description box below, you're gonna get 10% off. Makes this thing $45 and you're already ahead. So we're using this coupon here tonight. That's $53 savings before tax. I'm gonna put the other price details on the screen as well. Of course, they do brunch here. They also do, like I said, their famous lobster night. That's Wednesday night and Thursday night now. They do take reservations for lobster night now, so check the website and make those reservations pretty far in advance if you want to be here for that. All right, that's enough talking. Let's go see what there is to eat. All right, the buffet is divided up into themed sections. First down here on the left end is the revival section. These are your vegan options. Looks pretty good. You got baba ganoush, hummus, some Mediterranean options. Right down here, you've got the vegan hot chicken sandwich, vegan Mexican lasagna, vegan eggplant parm, vegan Salisbury steak, that's kind of interesting, vegan fried rice, and roasted carrots. Right past the revival section is a section labeled World Pan, and this is where you're going to find the crab legs. We've also got shrimp cocktail down here, a huge vat of cocktail sauce, some good looking shrimp, and here they are, the snow crab legs tonight on Friday night. Looks terrific. Also on this section, we've got regular fried rice. We saw the vegan option. Here's the regular fried rice. You've got chicken pot stickers and mango jalapeno chicken wings. Those look fantastic. We've also got some assorted sushi over here. I'm not a big sushi on a buffet guy, but who knows? You never know. And then right around here, we have, looks like poke. That looks fantastic as well. I love the small servings, the single serve. All right, when it is prime rib and snow crab night, you go straight for the main attraction. So I got a big plate of crab legs and some prime rib. I gotta say, this looks pretty good. The prime rib looks fantastic. It looks like it is a perfect medium rare, and it had a really nice crust on it. So let's just start right there with the prime rib. Cuts with a fork, so we'll see how it is. That's really good. It's super tender, not chewy at all. It's got a great flavor all the way through. The crust really shines on that, but the meat has a great flavor all the way through, and it's nice and juicy. That's a good prime rib. I'm not a huge prime rib fan. It's not something I would order at a restaurant, but on a buffet, you know, here or at Wynn or Bacchanal, I definitely would get it, and I'm certainly not disappointed with this one. All right. The crab legs are not pre-split. They are pre-scored, but you do have to crack them yourselves. They, of course, give you crackers on the table, but that is a good sign. That immediately is going to come right out of there. Yeah, that's good. So my last buffet video, if you saw it, or if you didn't see it, was at South Point on seafood night, and the crab legs were a disappointment. Here, these are fresh. The crab legs at South Point seemed like they were about to turn, in my opinion. I don't think they had too many days of shelf life left. These are good.
You know, but contrary to anything I'd normally do, a pizza actually looks decent.
I know.
That looks like the best buffet pizza I've seen.
It did look pretty good. When I was filming it, I mentioned on camera, I'm like, I'm not typically a pizza on a buffet guy, but it looks pretty good, so I might. All right, I won't subject you guys to watching me crack and eat crab legs for like 5 minutes, so I'm just going to eat these crab legs. Then we're going to go up and see what else is good up there at the buffet. Most of it looked fantastic, and I remember it being pretty good from last time I was here, so if you want to check out that old video, that was the first buffet video I think I ever did on the channel. I had no clue what I was doing. I did it on a whim, and hopefully this one's better. But so far, the food is right on par with last time. In the middle is the greenery. This is the salad bar. You've also got assorted breads. Cracks me up how there's always bread on a buffet. Comment below if you ever eaten bread on a buffet. All right, you've got the fresh fruit bar. We've got oranges, pineapples, melons. Looks like a fruit salad. And then here is the salad toppings, because right around the corner here is the actual salad. Looks like we've got a pretty good assortment. Got Chef's Special, which appears to be spinach. Got mixed greens, spinach with fruit. You've got pre-made Caesar salad over here. Right around here you have a wedge salad. That actually looks pretty good. I'm not a salad on a buffet guy either, but that looks pretty solid. Also on the salad bar, we've got pre-made salads, macaroni salad, artichoke salad, beet salad. We've got some tortilla chips, and I don't even know how you pronounce this, but this looks fantastic. I'm going to put it on the screen. Broccoli cheddar bacon salad, gemelli salad, orzo pasta salad, 3-bean salad, and potato salad. Salads galore here. And then we've got our soups, tortilla soup, minestrone, and drawn butter. Not exactly a soup. I could eat it like a soup, though. Clearly that's for the crab legs. Right over here is the roastery. This is the carving section. To go with your carved meats, we've got grilled vegetable mix. We've got Mexican-style corn, kind of like a street corn, I guess. Green bean casserole. It's Thanksgiving time. That looks fantastic. It's not Thanksgiving time. This is actually June, by the way. We have mac and cheese. Mashed potatoes look terrific. And here are the carved meats. They've got roasted turkey with turkey gravy. Got roasted prime rib. Like I mentioned, it is prime rib and snow crab night. That looks excellent. I'm going to have to get a piece of that later on. Right over here you got your accompaniments for the meats. You've got raw horseradish and creamy horseradish, pickled bell peppers, cranberry, grain mustard, romesco sauce, chimichurri. And then right here, huli chicken. Looks terrific. I'm assuming that's some kind of Hawaiian dish. We've got collard greens and fish puttanesca right over here. All right, I could eat crab legs all day long, and the prime rib was really good too, but I have to go check out some variety for you guys. Otherwise, this isn't much of a video. So I got a little Homestyle Plate this time. I got some of the roasted turkey, and I put a little turkey gravy on there. I got some mashed potatoes. I got mac and cheese. I got the green bean casserole, which, by the way, actually looks really good. It's kind of a weird thing to get on a buffet, but I had to. And I also got the street corn. Let's start right with that green bean casserole. It looks fantastic. It's very creamy. It's almost lacking in flavor, though. It's almost like it needs more salt. French fried onions on top are they're just soggy. So, all right, that's not nearly as good as it looked. All right, enough about that. Let's try out the street corn. That's solid. Not going to blow you away, but if you're looking for some stuff to go with your carved meats, these are great. These are great options. The mashed potatoes look fantastic. They have skin in there. They have some of the actual potato skin. Those are pretty good. I could go for some more butter in that. Again, not overly seasoned by any means. I could use a little salt and pepper on all of this so far. All right, to the turkey. The turkey looks very tender and it looked very juicy, and I added gravy, so it should be juicy. That piece was like tendon. Hold on. Let me get some actual good meat. There we go.
Not bad, right?
It's okay. So the gravy is really thin. You can probably see that. It really ran off of the meat. The turkey is tender and it's juicy. Again, it's not overly flavorful. I could go for a little bit more herb flavor on the skin. Let me get a piece that actually has some of the skin on it. Making a mess out of this. There it is. Okay. You know, there's just not a lot of flavor in the skin either, so it's not overly seasoned. So far, everything on this plate is fair, but it's lacking in flavor a little bit. Let's try the mac and cheese. There's not very much flavor on the mac and cheese either. As a matter of fact, there's almost none. It's creamy, but it's not cheesy at all. George just passed over the salt and pepper for me. I think everything on this plate needs salt and pepper. That's not usually a good sign, obviously. All right, I'm going to finish up what I can of this plate. Maybe go try some Asian food next. Stay tuned. So as soon as we sat down, while I was filming an intro, George went straight, like an amateur, to the make your own pasta section, and they gave him a mountain of pasta. Let me show you what a little less than half of it looks like now. Yeah, so don't go there first if you intend to eat a lot of crab legs, because they're going to fill you up with this pasta. Although it does look good. He said the sausage is fantastic in there. So I'm going to try some of that.
Now this mac and cheese has no seasoning at all.
There's no flavor.
No seasoning.
It just tastes like cream. Like it doesn't even taste like cheese. It just tastes like noodles and milk. All right, I've trash talked the mac and cheese enough. It's time to try some of this pasta because it does actually look really good. All right, George says this pasta was recommended by the lady making the pasta up there. It's pesto and Alfredo. It's kind of a mix. Let's check it out. Yeah, that's good. That's a really good pesto sauce. And yeah, I would say aside from the crab legs and the prime rib, of course I've only had one other plate so far. This is the best thing I've eaten so far. Let's try the sausage. Yeah, that's great. The sausage is fantastic. And the shrimp aren't huge, but they do look good.
You can customize it. Peppers, mushrooms, onion, whatever. I just put some peppers in there. She asked for about a spice level. I said medium to hot, whatever. So
I was going to say that it's a little bit spicy, so I wondered about that.
yeah, completely customizable.
It's not too spicy, but he got it medium, and it is a little bit spicy, but it's not too spicy. It's perfect. This is really good. I would highly recommend the make your own pasta section. But like I said, ask for a smaller portion. She definitely tried to fill you up with that.
Smart.
All right, I have returned from the Asian section, and George has already told, what was it you said?
That dumpling, the hargao, and the shumai will be the three probably grossest things today at this buffet. I haven't eaten any of it. I just know that is going to be terrible just by looking at it. Keeping with tradition, I'm going to point out the worst thing without tasting it.
Yeah, so
He's not the best color man in the league for nothing, folks.
I did. So I went up to the Asian section and I got a tiny little bit of everything because I want to try as many things for you guys as I can without getting too full. So I got just a little bit of fried rice. Looks a bit dry. I did try some of the sushi. I got a crab roll and it looks like a spicy tuna roll. I did get the spicy tuna poke and that looks pretty good. That looks good. We'll see. Freshness is going to be the key there. I got one of these mango jalapeno chicken wings, which looks really good. I went with a drumstick that was completely covered in sauce, so I've got high hopes for that.
Sorry about that. Did I get you? Holy shit.
Are you throwing crab legs over there?
What?
All right, I got a chicken pot sticker as well. And then I got the shrimp shumai and the shrimp hargao. And that's what George says is going to be the worst thing I've eaten tonight. We'll find out. Where should I start? Let's start with this chicken pot sticker because it's kind of hard to mess that up. Looks like it was steamed and then pan-seared, and I'm having trouble cutting it with a fork, so that's not a good sign. So, we'll see. It is chewy. I think it's been sitting too long. I think it has potential to be good. Flavor's good. The chicken filling in that is good. So that has potential. Maybe it's been out a while. Let's try the fried rice. Like I said, this doesn't look overly seasoned either. That might be the theme of this buffet is we need a little more seasoning. Of course, that's buffet food a lot of times, but it tastes like steamed rice. It has just a little bit of color, but it does not taste like fried rice. It tastes like steamed rice. Yeah, that's totally forgettable. You know, I so far, aside from the crab legs and the prime rib, And the pasta. The pasta was good. It seems like we're having more misses than hits here so far. Tuna poke time. It is fresh, so it's not fishy at all. And I like that sauce and the chives on top of that. That's pretty good. I would get that again, so that's a win. First true win on this plate.
Service has been excellent.
Service has been good. I literally just went to get a drink of my Diet Coke and realized it's been replaced. I wasn't even halfway done with this. Soft drinks, soda, water, tea, all of that stuff is free, as with most Vegas buffets. You can get alcoholic beverages. They actually pour them right there at the cashier stand. They had beer on tap. I noticed some wine and other things. All right, let's try this mango jalapeno chicken leg. This looks excellent. This actually looks excellent.
Very good.
That's pretty good. The chicken itself is excellent. It's not overcooked. It's not undercooked. It's perfect. It's juicy. I'm not in love with the sauce. There's not really any heat there. When you got jalapeno in the name, I expect it to be a little hotter than that. All right, here we go. Let's go with the hargao.
I will say I think the shumai is going to be the worst, but this should be a tie.
The shumai does not look good. The hargao looks okay. Only way to find out. It's fair. Is that going to be the title of this video? Palms Buffet. It's fair. It's fresh enough. It's hot. They did have it in the traditional baskets and the lid was closed, and so it's kept its heat. That's pretty good. All right, the shumai. Should I just pop that whole thing in my mouth, or should I... That's what she said. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's better than the hargao. It has a lot more flavor. It's hot. Texture is good, not chewy at all. That's actually pretty good. One of the better things on this plate. All right, let's try the sushi. They did have chopsticks, but I'm not going to get chopsticks to eat two slices of a roll, so I'm just going to stab this. Get a little bit of soy sauce on that. I'm going with the, I'm not sure if it's a spicy crab roll or if that's just plain crab. No, that's gas station sushi. The rice, it's chilled. It's been like in the refrigerator, like they made it hours ago and it's been in the fridge. The rice is cold all the way through, so it's hard. Not hard, but, firm.
That's what she said.
It's not fresh by any means. Let's try the spicy tuna roll now. Same thing. The rice is cold all the way through, which makes it kind of hard. The tuna in there is pretty good, as was the tuna poke. So I will say, the spicy tuna roll, the tuna has great flavor. It is good and spicy, but I don't like the texture of that at all. I would skip that. And I did say when I was going through the food line that I don't normally get sushi on a buffet, but I did want to try it for you guys. All right, I'm not sure what's next. I might even try a slice of that pizza up there. I definitely need to try the brisket because that looks outstanding. We'll see what I come back with next. Down here, before we get to the desserts, there's a section called Smoke and Fire. This is kind of also a carving section. We've got little cornbreads, candied sweet potatoes, which look great, baked beans, and then you have your smoked meats, pork shoulder. You've got asada and corn tortillas there, and we're also smoked brisket. That brisket looks fantastic. And then, of course, you've got all the toppings for your smoked meats. Looks awesome. All right, I am starting to get pretty full, and this plate is not going to help. I went back up. I had to try that Smoke and Fire station. The brisket looks fantastic. The pork shoulder looks really good, too. And like we mentioned, the pizza actually looks pretty decent. And so I got a slice of the pepperoni. And honestly, aside from maybe... No, the bottom of the crust looks like that's handmade. I love the cup pepperonis. It's not an authentic New York slice, but that's got good flavor. I mean, that's not something I've said about a lot of the stuff on the buffet tonight. The cheese is really good. The cup pepperonis are excellent. That is a solid slice of pizza for a buffet. All right, brisket time. Try to get a piece without the fat first. That's the best thing I've had tonight. That brisket is the best thing I've had tonight. That tastes like it just came off the smoker. It's super tender. I'm not usually a brisket fan. I mean, I like brisket. It's not my go-to when it comes to barbecue, but that brisket is excellent. And this is pork shoulder. Look at that, just come right apart. That looks good too. I'm going to guess that this pork shoulder has that same perfectly smoky flavor. Let's find out. Got a piece with some of the crust on it there, so. Yeah, now that's not as juicy. That could use some barbecue sauce, and they did have all kinds of sauces up there. I like to try the meat by itself. That could use some barbecue sauce. It's just a touch dry, but the flavor is fantastic. All right, you know what? This plate overall is probably the best plate I've had tonight, aside from the crab legs, but I'm a crab leg guy. If I were coming here not to film a buffet video, I probably would have had 3 or 4 plates of crab legs, and then I would have had some of this brisket, and then I probably would have just moved right on to dessert. The things you do to film a YouTube video. All right, it is dessert time. Down here on the end, they've got Dole Whip. They have peach cobbler, bread pudding. Bread pudding looks really dry. Cherry buckle pie and s'mores brownie. None of that looks great, I'm not going to lie. We've got toppings for your soft serve over here. Sorry, toppings for your gelato, because here it is in the middle. Looks like we've got about a dozen flavors. Starting with ube down there on the end, and that's probably what I'm going to get. But that looks pretty solid. You've got, looks like German chocolate cake. Carrot cake. Not sure what that is. Looks like maybe apple pie. Down here they've got assorted cookies. Looks like some little cheesecakes. Some brownies. Looks like some kind of pecan deal there. Well, that looks like drawn butter, but I'm going to assume that's like lemon jello. Looks like we've got maybe tiramisu. We've got strawberry shortcake, some little muffins, some little cupcakes. All in all, a pretty decent selection. Right here we've got the creme brulee. We've got some little mini donuts. I like these small servings because I can get several of these. All right, time to load up a dessert plate. All right, I have returned from the dessert section, and I'm not going to lie, the dessert does not look as good as the last time I had this buffet. I think it was my favorite part of the whole buffet last time, and some of that stuff, like the bread pudding in particular, didn't look very good. That s'mores dish, those things look really dried out, picked over. Didn't look great. I did get a little bit of a sampling. I got a little bit of this ube gelato. I did get a red velvet cupcake. I got a cannoli because George said that was good. I got some of the creme brulee. I got a little chocolate cone, and I have no idea what this is. Comment if you know. Looks almost like tapioca, but why is it green? Let's start there. I think it is tapioca. It's got a coconut flavor, which is, it being green, that's kind of strange. It's not bad. I just didn't know what to make of it. It's like a coconut tapioca. Creme brulee. And that has a really nice crust on top of that. So I've got high hopes. Let's find out. Yeah, that's good. Great flavor. Great caramelized sugar crust on top of that. I could eat a couple of those. I like that a lot. I don't know how many times I've ever had anything ube flavored before. But I mean, look at the color on that. You had to try that. So out of all the gelato flavors, this is the one I went with. I don't think I'm an ube fan.
It's not known for having much flavor.
It doesn't have a lot of flavor, but what flavor it does have, I don't know that I like it. Yeah, I would get a different flavor, but that's my fault for getting probably the most exotic flavor they had up there. Not great. All right, I've heard the cannoli is pretty good, especially for a buffet cannoli. Let's find out. Yeah, it's light, it's flaky. That is pretty good. Yeah, it's got a nice flaky consistency. That's pretty solid. So believe it or not, well, okay, the best thing so far is the creme brulee. Second best is that weird tapioca. Let's try this, this little chocolate cone. I made a mess out of that. That's really good. That's chocolate overload. There's a creamy chocolate inside, dark chocolate on the outside. It's crunchy, crispy. That's pretty good. Obviously, you got to be a big chocolate fan for that, but that's good. So let's now try the last item of the entire night, a little mini red velvet cupcake. This is really bite-sized, so I'm going to get the wrapper off of this and just pop the whole thing in my mouth. Cake feels spongy, moist. The cake itself doesn't have very much flavor. The cream cheese icing is good. The cake itself, it's fair. That's the theme of the night. It's fair. All right. Well, I think I've had enough to call it. I'm going to finish this up, and I will go over my overall thoughts once we get out of here. By the way, there was a 90-minute time limit on this. I think we've exceeded that by a fair bit, but they've given me a little bit of leeway, I think, because I'm filming. Either way, let's turn this table over. I'll tell you my overall thoughts outside the buffet. All right, I'm all finished up here at the Ace Buffet at the Palms, and I gotta say, overall, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. It was okay, but for $52.99, okay is not exactly what you're looking for. Now, I will say, if you have that LVA coupon that I used tonight and got it for half price, still an excellent deal. You can go in and get filled up on prime rib and snow crab, and for 26 bucks, that's a phenomenal deal. But other than those two items, really the only standout was the brisket. Across the board, everything seemed a little under-seasoned and not that flavorful. Like I said, while I was eating, a lot of the stuff was just fair. In addition to that, the dessert section was a little bit disappointing. Some of that stuff didn't even look good enough to try. The things I did have were just okay. Overall, I don't think it's a terrible option, but for $52.99, I think you could probably do better. Hey, that's it for this one. Thanks as always, guys, for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you get notified anytime we release new content here on Show Me Vegas. I gotta be moving on. I will see you in that next video because there's always more for us to show you on Show Me Vegas.